Hi there, welcome to Dave in the Shed. I'm Dave and this is my little corner of the world, also known as the Shed Mahal. Now if you're into DIY, 3D printing and model trains, you've come to the right place. Now fair warning, I do things a little bit differently. I have cerebral palsy, which means sometimes things get a little bit creative around here, but hey, it just makes it more fun. So if you like making, fixing, and maybe even breaking things along the way, stick around. Hit that subscribe button and let's build something awesome together.
Down in the shed where the magic begins, Dave's got his tools, let the fun commence. 3D printing dreams, watch him come alive. With every little gadget, man, he starts to thrive. Blueprints in hand, technology so keen, building up the future like a crafty machine. Model trains rolling on a whimsical track. In this shed of wonder, there's no time to slack. Oh, Dave in the shed where the vibes stay high. Creating with passion, he's reaching for the sky. DIY master in a vibrant samba flow. Hope you enjoyed the video, let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to go.
Well, welcome to Wednesday. Good news is we have got our new jet engine installed, our new diesel heater. Now this one, it arrived Monday and I spent Monday installing it. Now I couldn't film anything for the last few days because next door over the fence have been having some work done on their roof. It looks like they're getting the whole roof repointed, the ridge caps redone and re-cemented and retiled, and the tradies who have been on their roof have been playing their radio on the roof very loud. So I couldn't record any video because of course the audio would then appear in my video and I would get in trouble from YouTube, so I didn't record anything. But so this heater is one that's designed to be installed in a caravan or a truck heater system or like that to preheat trucks and all that. But anyway, so it's working fine. I won't mention the company, but you can see there which company it came from. And I'll just quick walk through. So I've recycled some of the bits from the old system. I did like how my diesel tank was set up. So this is a diesel tank. I have an isolation valve and I have a filter. The new kit came with a filter, but the filter that they came with is not as good as the one that I installed. So we have a diesel filter. And there is then the diesel pump. On the old unit was all self-contained, but there we have the diesel pump. Yesterday I sat down and did a complete rebuild on the old unit. Replaced all the gaskets, disassembled it and re-cleaned it. Now I don't have a power supply to fire it up because you need about 24 volts, 7 amps. I don't have a power supply apart from the one connected to this one. I did try some old battery chargers, but none of them have enough oomph to actually ignite the thing. So I've had to order a power supply and we can run some tests on that to see how good my rebuild is. So that's it. So this is the unit. This is an 8 kilowatt unit. It's designed for 24 volt, but I have a power supply. So that is the diesel pump. Oh, sorry, that is the diesel supply, the isolation and the diesel pump. Then we have the wiring. I've still got to probably neaten up the wiring a little bit. So we then have the wiring. Now this is a transformer in this box. It's the same one I used last time. I've remade the box, made it nice and safe. I haven't secured the cover yet, but so this is a 240 volt to 12 volt transformer that gives us the DC supply. Now my isolation switch is over here. I like to have the isolation sits in the unit. This actually disconnects the 240 volt power. So we'll fire the ring up. Now I have put the control unit here. I was going to use the control unit from the other one, but the cable connection is a little bit different, so I couldn't use my extension cord, but I've got the controller over here, and this one comes with a remote, and it has a very, very good set of instructions. Very clever set of instructions of how to install and how to operate and how to do all that. And including that is the instructions on how to service them. So that's how I got the information on how to service the other one. So that's the instruction, that's the model number. If you're looking for these online. Now, because I actually isolate the mains when I'm not using it, the clock's not right, but it's very much the same. Let's turn on. Let me push the go button. This one talks as well. The display's a bit more the graphics, so it's going to fire up in the background. It makes interesting noises. I haven't actually, although the control's roughly the same, I do have to sit down and read the book and do all that and the fancy bits and pieces. I'll show you some other stuff I've been working on too. Now, when these start, because the fan starts, they do originally pump out some cold air. So it's not instant heat, it will heat up pretty quickly. But if you wanted to heat the room up and be nice and warm, you probably want to turn it on for 5 or 10 minutes and let the thing fire up. Now this one actually comes with a remote there, so you can remotely turn it on and off. Not that I would probably use it, but there we go. So that pretty flame on that picture. So it's the fan's firing up. It's sucking some air through the system because it's got to pressurise the system before we get combustion. Soon we'll go hear the click, click, click of the heater. Anyway, while you're doing, look at that. Let's have a look at, oh, there it starts clicking. We'll have a closer look at that in a sec. That's 1410. I've done all his weathering and I've sealed it up. And oh, next thing's window. I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of that paint job. A better paint job than the old one. The old one was that, but yeah, oh, very impressed now that's all painted and sealed and deckled and done that. I've got to do the windows in the cab. Let's go over here. So the thing is priming. This display, it's a bit different. I did like the old display where it gave you different codes on the screen during what it was doing and working. So this one just has a picture. It doesn't have all the flashy icons on it. But anyway, it's a controller. These can be a little bit noisy when they're running, but it's okay, the heat's what we're worried about. I'm expecting today a delivery of some bits and pieces for our track laying. Look, I may have made a big monumental stuff up, and I've had to do a second order because I was sort of like that paranoia, like, oh, I've ordered the wrong stuff. I'm not going to tell you about the stuff up because it may or may not be the thing. So I'll have to see what arrives today from Mr. Post, or I might have to go and chase it. We can start doing our laying track, or we may not be because of the stuff up, but I don't want to preempt myself. It's one of those things where, oh, I don't have faith in myself. But yeah, anyway, had to do 2 orders of parts. But we'll see what happens when what arrives. So this, you can't see that, but that's now hot and pumping out heat. That's doing very well. Let's see if we can scroll through the screenies. This one's very much the same. Whoop. I don't know where my scrolly button is. Settings. I've got to read the book on it. Working out how to drive it, then we can tell all you. It's in Fahrenheit. I've got to work out how to put in sensors. Anyway, it runs. That's the important thing. I've got to sit down and read the book. Anyway, we've got heat. We're up and running. That is the important thing. I actually want to work out how one of the old ones used to do this. Oh! I've got to work out what all the different settings are. 24 volt. Fuel level. Anyway, We are running, we are heating, we're doing good. That's how we want it. Talk to you later. Well, hello everybody. It's later Wednesday afternoon. I paused for lunch after doing some stuff, and there was a knock at the door, and the lovely Australia Post lady gave me a parcel. Right on about a minute after they said there's a parcel coming for you and it'll be delivered in about 2 hours. So we've got that new point in. I'm just running some trains around live to show you. Running the two big 14 class locos because they are the biggest beasts on the layout, and if they can run through the gap and run through this, it's all good. 1411's, I'm going to call it done and in service. So I was doing a bit of a training run here to get it running, and I said I liked the paint job on the roof, so I took 1410 back into the spray booth and blackened it up a bit more. So they are the two locos running multiple unit. Gee, they're a tight fit, it's not very good clearance. They're the largest, for like the largest layouts, largest locos on the layout, apart from the Garretts, but because the Garretts articulate a lot better. They do now. I said I had suspected I had stuffed up on doing the track order. Yeah, I had. Why my paper templates were perfect, I did all that. I got my second radius and my first radius stuffed up completely, would you believe? So I was meant to be ordering first radius curves as per my pacer template, but no, silly dill ordered second radius curves. Very lucky that I thought, oh, I may have stuffed up and then did a reorder. So we have got the, whoop, we've just derailed coming through the point because the gaps happened here. I've got the magic button here. I'm going to push the stop button, hold the camera one hand, push the magic stop button. I thought that was going to happen. I was pushing me luck running these two back to back like that. Anyway, I had to stop the video because we had a little accident. I did think that running the two locos like that would come to grief, but they did. There really isn't the clearances to run both of them back to back multiple unit like that. I tried. Yeah, back to the track stuff. Yes, if I'd actually run per my paper template, everything would be fine, but yeah, slight confusion. But anyway, I did order the track. When I realised, oh, I may have stuffed up there, I have ordered the right track that I wanted to use, just to delay. But anyway, the point is in. It seems to be running okay using these large locos. 1411 is now ready for service, and I think really happy almost to declare the 2-car unit ready for service, and I can start on the mystery loco, which you may or may not see this episode. There's a bit of just a track there because I wanted to check that we could run through that point, which we can just roughly. So onward and upward, it's just waiting to see if the other track arrives in time to do the next bit before the end of this video, but we'll have to wait and see. But in the meantime, yeah, the destruction is all good. All good. Yep. Should go around and have a quick look while the locos are running. This way we'll go round through there. That I forgot that is actually a first radius curve there. Round the other end of the layout, second radius. Yeah. When I went back and looked at my facts and my figures, which I should have done in the first place, and then I suddenly realised, oh, nope, you've ordered the wrong track. I quickly reordered the bits we want. Yeah. So if anybody's local to me and wants some second radius curves, let me know. I've got a few spare. Although they might get used in another bit, but nope. We'll see what happens. They're nothing spare yet till you don't have a use for it, is it? I suppose nothing's useless until you don't have a use for it. It can be sitting in the spares forever and be a spare part. Okay, well, let 4111 come through and we'll then pause the video for now. Well, it's coffee o'clock Thursday afternoon. It's going to be an interesting video this week. I have told you people some complete porkies. I decided to mock up a bridge where the new bridge is going to go, and to do that I made up some nice track templates here in the lime green, which you do, and I made the bridge and the track templates to first radius, because if you know the story, I've been banging on my gums about, oh, I've stuffed up, and I did all my calculations, and I sort of like did the first version of the bridge, and it doesn't fit. And I went back to my CAD information and had a look, and not only have I told complete porkies to you, I've told complete porkies to me. The second radius track that I said wouldn't fit, it does. I just laid it all down and got it in place, and my original calculations and specifications were right. I don't know where I got the idea that I had stuffed up completely, because I hadn't. Because I made up the bridge to I was saying, oh, I've stuffed up, I've ordered the wrong track, and lo and behold, look at this, all the tracks in place, ready to go. I don't know where I got the idea that I had completely stuffed up. I even made up, well, fair enough, this was a draft bridge. I sort of like mocked up a bridge quickly, printed up a rough draft. It's a really rough print. I was going to then sit down and print it properly, and the bridge maths didn't work. And the bridge maths didn't work because my second set of calculations were wrong. I should have just, you know, they say when you're doing exams and maths and you're doing stuff that the first idea that comes to your head is normally correct. And then often your self-talk talks yourself out of it. Well, no, I had ordered the correct radius track. I had. I just, for some reason, probably out of insomnia and doing bits of bits, poor old Andrew's Caravan storage and the old cricket game got a bit massacred. We'll have to repair all that. But anyway, we now have the new return loop in place, track in place. Now I've just quickly screwed it down so we can test, and poor old Ron and his hunting camp's going to have to go, and the big tree is going to have to go. But it all works. Now I've only just finished laying this because I had to do some head scratching, and I've camel down. Don't do that, Dave. Put the camel back up there. And I've had to soldered up all track jumpers and that as I went, and there we go. So I haven't tested anything because I do have to wire in the cabling and the control circuit, and I probably will build a little switch yard in here because I'll put the control circuit on the board, and then we might wire up make a substation here, and hide the fancy control unit, because I don't really want to mount it underneath the board if I don't have to. And it hasn't got any screw holes on the board to mount on that, so I might just mount it down here, and we'll then build a switch yard around it to mock it up, the fancy control unit. So there we go. It's in. And my next job is I'm going to drill some holes and drop these droppers around. Now you probably won't see any video till tomorrow of running, because we'll test it. We'll see how we go. But about to have a coffee and drill some holes and run some droppers and solder all that up, and maybe give it a quick test run, and that'll probably be a knock-off for today, because it's going to get late. It's going to get cold. Even though we've got the fancy heating, don't push me luck. Have to go up the street early tomorrow morning to a doctor's appointment, but then we'll be into it. We'll be into it, and should have video of it all running for you, well, at the end of this video, tomorrow, on the Friday, but anyway. Stop banging your gums, Dave. Get on with your coffee, drill your holes, run your droppers down. Get it sort of like wired up, Dave. You silly goose, Dave. So there we go. So now the track I've ordered, I will use it for another job that is coming up, but yeah, Oh, Dave, what a ratbag you are. Okie dokie. Chat again soon. Well, welcome to Friday. It is a cold, wet, miserable day, and this reinstall, this new diesel heater is making the shed absolutely enjoyable at the moment. I'm running it flat out just because I can. It seems to be a lot more economical on diesel than the last one is. Anyway, welcome aboard. Now this video is a bit later on Friday than usual because I had a doctor's appointment this morning at 10 o'clock. I thought it'd only take an hour. It ended up being at the doctor's for an hour and a half because they sort of like put me over the pit, got a flu injection, got all the stuff, did all sorts of blood tests and bits and pieces. Anyway, yeah. So, anyway, this video is running a bit later. We'll put it out. The other day I did have a little bit of a headache after working in the shed. So I wondered if this thing was leaking carbon monoxide. So I've put a second carbon monoxide detector in, just very close, just for, I suppose, for shits and giggles, bells and breaks, had the thing floating around, so I'll put that in. But I need to show you something. I'm really excited about this. Now, I've rushed to get it done, so we've got some interesting video content. The shed is a mess. I'm really going to shoot this video. It's probably going to take me a bit to edit it, so I'm not going to do my normal Friday tidy up for you guys. How about that? So there is crap everywhere. The workbench is covered, but that's it. We're doing. I want to come and show you something. Let's go for it. I'm going down the alley, by the way. There's a little alley here that's... Anyway, we'll go down the little alley. I have, and it has yet to be painted, the new bridge is installed. How about that? So I've got the bridge in. I still have to make some proper excuse me, one take wonder. I still have to make up some proper brick piers and put it in, but I've sort of like made some space piers. Done some work. Still needs a bit of a tidy up. The bridge will need painted. But we have the new return loop installed and up and running. And I'll demo it in a sec. Done all the wiring. Sitting here is the Infinity loop controller made by Gauge Master in the UK. This is an unsponsored video, but there they go. I've got it sitting on the instruction book. I will make up a substation to go around it, so like go over the top and hide it and use this thing. And this is all temporary to make everything working. Put some proper drill some holes through there for the board properly. Not all neat, but this is all just to prove concept, get everything up and running. And what those? Oh, I'm going to say, why aren't the under deck lights? Come on, they come on. So let's run D9. So he's going to come from this area of the layout. What's it? This? Oh, this is so impressive. Now, he's about to run over, or it's about to run over what are some isolated joiners there in the track. So there's a pair of isolated joiners there. It is on the electronic controlled return loop section. There's another set of track isolators there, if you can see them. And that is switched by that magic control unit. And now he can run round the layout. I'll speed it up a bit. These locos run beautifully smooth and slow, but I'm going to speed it up. I shouldn't really. So it runs around. He's now on the front section of the layout. He's going to go round through the... oh, he's not meant to go through there. Hang on. So he's just doing a demo of running round through Fern Valley. That was not the plan. I didn't check the points. Anyway, so he can run around now just on the loop. It's handy to have a loop like that, even though people go, oh... It's now a loop, what they call a point-to-loop layout. It used to be point-to-point, but now it's point-to-loop. So you can run a train around. Very handy for when you're running locos in and doing bits and pieces. But anyway, I've now got to walk around the layout and change a set of points. So come with me, we're going right around the layout. If you haven't seen the layout before, welcome aboard. Going to change this set of points. This set of points takes him off the loop line and allows him D9. I'm going to wander back around here. So D9 now can run, we'll take him up past the hill. D9 now can run, won't go too far, up past the factory, find Raihobi, up past the cemetery. This has made the playability of this layout, and I know people don't like it, but the operational layout, so he could go right up to the factory. We won't go all the way to the factory, we'll just stop here. So D9 can come up onto the top section of the layout. Now we'll run him back. And because of that magic little switch box, we don't have a short circuit like you traditionally get in reverse loops. I might have to sit down and do a track diagram and draw a circuit diagram, a track diagram, how it all works. Traditional DC layouts, it's not too hard by the use of one switch to wire up a reverse loop. A little bit tricky, but on DCC it's a little bit harder, but once you've got one of those magic switch units installed, okay. So D9's running down past the steam depot. This is the steam depot here. It's going to run right around the layout, over Possum's Bridge. Look, the whole layout's a mess now. I've got to replant trees, refix the hunter's camp for poor old mate. So D9 is right around the front of the layout. Through the point, over the bridge, and then if I come around and throw the point we'll just stop him here because there's a point here in the worst spot now. That point right here in the shed. See that point there in the shed? I've got to reach in there and flick it over. Worst place in the point, place in the world over point now. I have to put a point motor on this one now. Anyway, the layout's designed so it's a walk around layout. So D9's done a whole loop of the layout and we'll head back again. But what we'll do, oh yeah, we'll head back. No, we'll head back over the bridge. Let's just do something, just bear with me. We'll go around the long way. Still got to do a bit of work on some of the replacement work done, but everything's in place, everything's in service, everything running. We'll run him super quick. We'll go into super quick mode. And we'll bring him up to the steam depot and he can stop here and wait with the Garretts. Now, that's about it for this week. If you've got any questions about what I've done, sing out. But anyway, there we are installed all the new track, and it is, oh look, I'm very impressed with this. I've been umming and ahhing about doing it for ages, and umming and ahhing, and did the design work and the thing, and look at that bridge. Got to put some paint on that and build some piers. But right, we'll wander back around. So yeah, we now have the whole island section of, or the, well, I don't know. Anyway, the whole old layout section is now what they call a reverse loop. For those who want to know, the layout is operated by DCC Z21. I have two Ryco Z21 controllers. The red one there is on a cable, and the black one is what I normally operate, which is a Z21 wireless remote, so you can walk around that. And they're really easy for me to use one-handed. So I can run the train one-handed, hold the camera one-handed, or this one. Anyway, so this whole section here is now a big return loop. So you can run here from the factory, which is now the end of the line. By switching the points, you can run right down the layout, down the hill as we demonstrated, all the way down, and then you come round this section, and then you head up the hill again. And it just changes the whole operational layout for the better, Because before you had to come run around, when you got down the loop, you had to run around the loop, you had to run around the train, you had to shunt. But anyway, I like it, I'm impressed. That's all about it. Anyway, that's it for this week. Don't forget, if you like this video, give me a like. Shout out to old mate Glenn. If you're not a subscriber and you found this video by wandering around the net, subscribe. If you've got any comments, comment. If you'd like any questions answered about anything that I've done in this week's video or any video, let me know. And hopefully we'll catch up next Friday. All going well, we will, because we've got plans. There's some more stuff coming. I've got a couple more, at least 2 more projects on the go, free projects. Oh, by the way, just before we go, I did roughly get, it's over in the shed already. Probably showed earlier that we're going to call 1411 finished. We're going to call the 700 set almost finished. 2/3 done. I've still got to get my centre car sorted out. But anyway, that's running. So anyway, that's all for now. Don't forget, got to try something you wouldn't normally do. Got to try something different. Got to keep your brain active. As the doctor has told me this morning, my GP, got to keep yourself active and busy and stimulated. That's the important thing. So I've been Dave in the shed. Dave's Shed. Catch you next week. Don't forget, like and subscribe, and that's it. And keep watching for projects that are coming. Okay, going to shut this thing down. This thing talks, by the way. It's a bit annoying, but anyway. It'll then wish me safe travels. Anyway, catch you later. Let's go for a bit of a scroll round.